Hello again, it's Lisa State here, coming to you all about my third video on part 1 of Hitler Rise of Evil, the TV miniseries. Now, where we left off is Hitler has volunteered to be a message funnel. Uh, no, pretty much the human version of an email. Think of that. Except you mucked up the email, and made a little typo. And while your email just didn't succeed. Uh, that pretty much is probably also part of, the debate I talked about in the last video. That Hitler probably had a cushy life. He probably also could have run through no man's land. There was, some nice, interesting debates going on in Hitler's activity in World War One. There as a lance corporal and as a messenger. But in the movie, the next scene is Hitler ends up having this little pet dog that's actually called Foxel, which is, I guess, German for fox. And it's this dog that scampers in that's actually a true event from Hitler, excuse me, from Hitler's life as a messenger and a soldier in World War One. That yes, there was a dog that Hitler did have, that was just a wandering stray that wandered up into the trench and just looking for food or whatever. Maybe it was someone else's that, maybe its owner got shot and it escaped or whatever. No, finds Hitler, calls him now his new owner, I guess, or friend, I guess, dog's best friend. Uh, Eventually in the actual books, I don't remember this being in the movie, the dog goes up missing plus a book of watercolors that Hitler paints, and he's usually pissed. And he knows that, during this time, a lot of people that were soldiers in World War One, because of the severe conditions of the fighting of trench warfare in World War One, they had resorted to eating the dead bodies of soldiers, horses, dogs, cats, and rats. Getting trench foot there, and you had pretty much probably the chances are is Foxhole probably became someone else's dinner. Hitler never really liked the idea of eating a dog. I mean, he has references of that in Mein Kampf. Is that really true? I don't know. I'm not Hitler. I mean, that's really probably one of those things that will probably never be debated and will probably be a debate up into the air and never finally solved. If he even ate Foxel and blamed someone else. I mean, that could have happened too. No, it's like the baby of King and the baby that was almost to be cut in half in the story of King Solomon from the Bible. Oh, someone stole Foxel and ate him and stole my paintings. What do you mean I ate Foxel? Why would I eat my own pets? And yeah, probably that could have happened too. Maybe he's guilty because he ate his own pet. Because of, survival cannibalism. Terrible thing to probably get stuck doing. Definitely terrible. But there is, so eventually in one of the next scenes, Hitler is injured, and he ends up starting a fight with another person. He finds out, who is a disorder. And yes, there was a lot of disorders in World War One towards the end on the German side, because they realized that they were fighting a war that was losing and they didn't want to be a part of it. And yes, people would flee because of that. And a lot of the enemy warfare coming on from the Allies, or was it Allies being done to the Triple Pact? No, the World War One version of the Axis powers, which will be uh, the German side on World War Two. Just a little bit of reference there. So yeah, Hitler did start a fight with another soldier, called him a coward and so forth. Typical, I guess, Hitler behavior. Did that event ever happen? I don't know. Some people even think the guy joined the communists at the end of World War One. Yeah, even Hitler will admit in Mein Kampf that he was into communism, but then found out how evil they are, and how that plot is going to just end with Hitler. It's always the Jews' fault. Hitler, it's always their fault. Kind of like most people that don't take responsibility for their actions. It's always someone else's fault. Most of people don't kill people, thank goodness. That's a good thing. But their responsibility doesn't usually kill people in a mass like Hitler. So, probably better for them to be better responsible than Hitler. Yeah, there's then the next scene up there is Hitler ends up getting awarded the Iron Cross. But the actual plot of this little scene here is that Hitler isn't awarded for bravery. He's jealous that his commander is a Jew. Because he notices in the film, the guy that's his commander has a ring on his finger that has the Star of David. So I guess to Hitler's propaganda and paranoia and conspiracy ancestry to QAnon, conspiracy theories he had about the Jewish people, thought this guy was terrible, evil, whatever, and eventually gets swindled to get this guy's Iron Cross. And yes, there was a debate that Hitler's Iron Cross wasn't really owned right. It was actually bought from a Jewish guy who gave it off to Hitler because really Hitler did not like the Jewish people, and I guess he wanted something that he didn't have, but a Jewish guy owned it for bravery and hissy fit, I guess, Hitler went through in World War One. The guy's in the core, and he's doing that. Yay. Real debate there, but that's a little between from about that debate stance of the infamous Iron Cross Hitler won. But then the next scene is Hitler is blinded from mustard gas. Yes, he was blinded from that. It did damage his vision. To the point the guy had to get stuck wearing glasses. Yeah, I know. It's not very common to see Hitler with glasses on, but he did wear glasses. He had very terrible vision after that. And towards the end of his days, he had a special font called Fuel Font. And also have his glasses on, and a magnifying glass too, because his vision was just crap. This sounds as about just as much as how mine is probably. I don't want it to end that bad. Oh boy. It's as good as what I am without my glasses. Not as good. Not as well. Uh, but yeah. So in the movie, yes, Hitler, and in real life, does get, not poison. He does get blinded, by the mustard gas, and in the scene, he does have struggle putting on his gas mask. I don't know if that's really true. Another little interesting fact about Hitler's mustache was there's a reason was because Hitler's nose was so big, he made his mustache that way, which is a little toothbrush mustache Hitler has usually, because his nose is so big and wanted to hide how large his nose looked. I guess he thought it was Jewish looking. But another one was because he had trouble putting on his gas mask, with his old style, which was, I guess what you call the Kaiser mustache, which was the style of Kaiser Wilhelm that he had. But yeah, Hitler did end up get blind. He ended up getting blinded by the mustard gas that was used in World War One. Blinded him. It made him go pretty much just hysterical. His own viewpoint of that was that his eyes were just burning and looked like flaming coals or whatever, burning embers. You know, It wasn't fun. It was not good. Probably very painful. Most like painful and terrible, sweating and just god awful stuff. Something I guess if you don't like Hitler, maybe think of that. You probably might have empathy. That probably was definitely not fun at all. Even for Hitler, it was mostly not fun. Uh, but yeah, he ended up blinded and sent to a Paswick hospital. They don't make reference to which hospital this is, uh, of the name Paswick, but that's the actual place. And there is a scene in the movie where a local priest or pastor, Lutheran pastor, tells about the Kaiser abdicating and Germany's now a democracy, and Hitler just loses his mind and just cries in his pillow. Yeah, Hitler does reference that in Mein Kampf. There was theory that Hitler was in there for shell shock, and of course in the Third Reich, the viewpoint of the field being just strong person, mental illness of what you would now call PTSD, which back then was called shell shock, most likely would not be good for the propaganda and public PR of Hitler wanted about himself. But that is a debate that Hitler really had shell shock and was not blinded. That his blindness was caused not by muscle gas, but from hysterical, hysteria of just having a hysterical mental breakdown. Which is an interesting debate. I know a lot of people would find that offensive right now. So I will stop on part 3 of my third video of this video. I'll continue next with part 4. This is Lisa Stade of the YouTube channel Lisa Stade and Hitler Obsessed. Like and subscribe to this video. Leave a comment. Hit the notification bell. Donate to my Patreon and subscribe. So visit my BitChute channel of Lisa Marie Stade. That is one word. Every word in that word of Lisa Stade and Marie of Lisa Marie. Every first letter is a caps lock, so just remember on that one. And you can visit my Facebook page of Lisa Stade and leave me a comment, a friend request, whatever. Stop by and say ciao. And see ya, and bye now.